Welcome to today's presentation on the Caesar's Palace coup, a true story of power, greed, and betrayal that shook the financial world in the late 1980s. Did you know that the mastermind behind this coup was not a seasoned Wall Street executive but rather a young lawyer who had just passed the bar exam? This underdog managed to outsmart some of the most powerful players in the industry and pull off one of the biggest financial heists in history. The Caesar's Palace coup was orchestrated by a group of powerful Wall Street investors, including some of the biggest names in finance. One of the key players was a billionaire investor known for his aggressive tactics and cutthroat business deals. He had a reputation for taking big risks and always coming out on top. Another player was a well-respected lawyer who had made a name for himself defending corporate giants in high-profile legal battles. He was known for his sharp mind and ruthless approach to litigation. Other players included a former government official with deep ties to the financial industry, a high-powered executive at one of the world's largest investment banks, and a wealthy entrepreneur who had made his fortune in real estate. Each of these individuals brought their own unique skills and resources to the table, and together they were able to execute a daring plan to take control of Caesar's Palace and its vast empire. The stage was set for one of the most dramatic corporate takeovers in history. It all started with a group of investors who were unhappy with the way Caesar's Palace, one of the most iconic casinos on the Las Vegas Strip, was being run. They believed that the company was undervalued and that the management team was not making the most of its assets. These dissatisfied investors decided to take matters into their own hands and launched a hostile takeover bid for the company. What followed was a tense battle between the investors and the existing management team, with each side trying to outmaneuver the other. The stakes were high, and the tension was palpable as the two sides battled it out for control of the casino empire. The fallout from the Caesar's Palace coup was swift and severe. The Wall Street executives involved were immediately fired and faced criminal charges for their actions. The reputations of those involved were irreparably damaged, and they became cautionary tales for future generations of finance professionals. On the other hand, the casino industry was forever changed by the coup. It exposed the vulnerabilities of casinos to hostile takeovers and led to increased security measures and stricter regulations. The incident also highlighted the power dynamics between Wall Street and the gaming industry and raised questions about the morality of financial influence in areas such as gambling. The Caesar's Palace coup was a stark reminder of the power and greed that runs rampant on Wall Street. The key players involved in the takeover were motivated by nothing more than their own self-interest, with little regard for the consequences of their actions. The coup exposed the underbelly of Wall Street's culture of excess, where money and power reigned supreme. It was a wake-up call for many who had previously turned a blind eye to the corruption and greed that permeates the financial industry. In conclusion, the Caesar's Palace coup was a prime example of the power and greed that can exist in Wall Street. The key players involved were willing to risk everything for their own gain, even if it meant breaking the law and betraying their colleagues. The fallout from the coup had far-reaching consequences that affected not only those directly involved, but also the wider financial industry as a whole. As we reflect on this story, we must ask ourselves, what role do we play in perpetuating a culture of greed and corruption? How can we work towards creating a more just and equitable financial system? It is up to each and every one of us to take responsibility for our actions and strive towards a better future. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.